On the road to self-mastery, healing the shadow. If you were born between the following dates, you have Saturn in Cancer, June 20th, 1944 through August 2nd, 1946, August 2nd, 1973 through January 7th, 1974, April 19th, 1974 through September 16th, 1975, January 15th, 1976 through June 4th, 1976. The shadow. Definition. The dark side of your personality, representing the most primitive part of you. The aspect of your psyche that your conscious mind disowns, rejects, and represses. The shadow contains our fears, past traumas, hurts, and disappointments. The more you repress the shadow, the more it gets projected, and the more dangerous it becomes. A repressed shadow will increase in power and may manifest as physical, mental, and emotional problems. Saturn in Cancer and Saturn in the fourth house. The atmosphere in the childhood environment and the program that was absorbed into the personal unconscious was generally negative. The lack of positive reinforcing energy gave rise to a deep-seated insecurity. The tendency here is to feel unsafe and unprotected. This gives rise to the characteristic overcompensation of Saturn, producing a person who is hyper-defensive and mistrustful. The deep emotional need to feel safe and secure often is translated into the material need for the total ownership of a home. The home becomes the security blanket that was missing in childhood and represents something solid that cannot be taken away. Healing Saturn in Cancer and Saturn in the fourth house. The shadow to confront here is the emotional vulnerability and neediness which is being blocked and denied and hidden under a shell of coldness. To become aware of the emotional damage caused by the parent who was missing, either actual or metaphorical. To consciously undertake the task of building an internal psychic structure that is solid, secure, and unchanging. Rewards of healing the shadow. Integration, a marriage between the light and dark aspects of our own psyche. No longer being victimized by unconscious fear and pain, we experience greater freedom of choice. When we embrace the shadow, many of our buried treasures and resources, latent abilities, instincts, creative gifts, become conscious and are made available to us as repressed psychic energy is freed.